double-digit thousands.
Now, when it comes to PlayStation, if you're going to talk about Hillbilly, there's one name that's got to come up. The man, the myth, the legend, Paradox. I'm going to feel stupid if he ain't Hillbilly. You know it! Paradox coming out flying with that chainsaw. He says Billy Nerf overheat. He said I'm about to overheat on these survivors' heads. Let's go. All right, so eats that pallet. Look at that build. This man does not give a damn about gender aggression. Ruin? Nah, we don't need that. Pop, keep that. I got a chainsaw is what he says. Okay, so we know Azeroth's resting place. This is one of the choke point maps in the game. Killers typically choose one side and will apply pressure to that side because it's too difficult to move from one side to the other. However, understand Paradox does have Hillbilly, so that rule does not apply to him as hard and fast as it does other killers. He will be able to make movement, so it won't be the end of the world for him. Okay, we see a couple of issues with that little curving right going on there. We got 1 minute remaining on Pop. He's in chase with the Dwight. I kind of want to watch Dwight's perspective here. Woo! Down goes one. What a time to switch perspectives. Paradox says, I'm not done. He chooses to slug Dwight. He goes to put some pressure on Nancy. Uh-oh. And down goes Nancy. Who says Billy is not viable? People talk about, oh, you can't use Billy anymore, right? Paradox says, all right, I'm going to use my Billy. Woo! He's a beast. Now that slug gave them, that added a lot of pressure. Oh, right to the hit. Experience play right there. So what the slug did was this. It got one person down. It made somebody have to come get that person, which made them get off of a gen. That person's still injured. Look at how he is using that. Not just, yeah, he's using it for the one shot, but also to traverse the map, put them in a tough spot, and down goes the nasty Claudette. Nifty. Yo, this is a tough start. A good start for Paradox. He's off. He's off. This comes as no surprise to people who's familiar with Paradox. Ooh, nice dead hard by Dwight. That saves it. Okay. Now, we saw first game. We saw Chris was off to a great start against Legacy. People were counting certain things out, and they found a way to come back. PlayStation, don't make that same mistake. Paradox is off to a great start, but he's going to have to keep that pressure going. It is Azeroth's resting place. The survivors do have a lot of defenses. We hear somebody on the gen in the shack. Paradox is like, I don't care. I'm looking for that. Yep. He's looking for the Claudette. So the Claudette's been hooked. He's going to want to stack hooks against the people who's already been hooked, such as the Claudette and the Nancy. Those are valuable hooks for him. It looked like he had that angle prepared. Okay, look how he took that angle on the window to get maximum space. Wow. Wow. Are you, this is, look. Wow. Wow. I'm just in awe right now. So Paradox is widely recognized and understood to be the best hillbilly on PlayStation. So when this man plays, sometimes you just got to sit there and take note. That play at the shack Wow. Like, that's that wasn't just improv. That's knowing how to play Shaq as Hillbilly. Just the movements, the everything. Okay, so now we got a spot right now. We got Nancy down. So Nancy's been hooked before. So as Dwight, he didn't use the bamboozle there. Okay, Dwight dead hard and for distance. Will he make this? No, he will not. Okay, so he's probably gonna go for this hook right now. And two gens remaining. 4 survivors are still alive. This is far from over. On both sides. He's leaving Dwight slug. Oh, we see Nia. Yo, this is terrifying. Dwight is still slug. Woo! Oh, that was a dead hard. This is cruel. I'll tell you, survivors, they have a lot to play with. Notice that pop goes to Weasel would probably come in handy a little bit. I think it got a little bit more value out of pop than he is out of What? What? Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, what? Wow, this is one hell of a game. Now you got to be careful. There's 2 gens remaining. He doesn't have time for a dry kick. He doesn't have time for anything. Ooh. This is crazy. They're gonna jump on that gen in the Shaq, so that Shaq gen's gonna pop any second now. Yeah, Nia came to get the attention. Somebody's about to pop that Shaq gen. Whew. Dead on for distance. Now comes the middle. Oh man. That gen the Claudette was on is probably gonna pop any second now. Yep. Okay. Doors are powered. 4 survivors still on their feet. Yo, check it. Both doors are on the same side. Nia is dead. We see scratch marks. Nobody's on a door. Surprised he came back here for the Claudette. I thought he would. This might be going for the slug. Will he have enough time to chainsaw there? Oh my God, I can't. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't even commentate this. I can't even commentate this. This is tense. Oh man. He finds a Dwight. Is this a 4K? I don't know. Dwight dead harder for distance. Oh man, what an ending. And down goes Dwight. Oh man. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. This is that moment when a match is so tense and the level of play is so high, you can't even commentate. You as a fan, you're just, Whew. Oh, man. Paradox is crazy. Again, for those of you who don't know, Paradox is widely understood as the best hillbilly on console, and we all see here why. No ruin, no pop goes the weasel. No pop goes the weasel, no gen regression, no Thana, nothing. Just a man and his chainsaw. Wow, GG, time out, listen to me. Listen to what I'm going to say, okay? GG Paradox and GG Survivors. I want to give a rap. That was an awesome game by both sides. I don't care what the scoreboard said. That was, woo! Yo, Survivors, GG. Paradox, yo, Billy Goat, oh man, whoo! Thank you guys. All right, so, but that means, that Impulse Killer Paradox has just put a foul on the board. War Survivors Killer got to come up. Here we go. Finally, round 2. Let's get it. And everyone's in. Okay, so we got a nurse coming out on that Azrael's resting place. See Token Billy making moves. We see Serena. Okay, we're going to look at nurse. Oh, she found somebody. So it seemed like the survivors wanted to wait out that corrupt. Nurse says, no, I see your ass. Okay, who says you can't play nurse on console? Nifty coming out, trying to show that Xbox got that nurse skills. Okay, there was a very like awesome nurse on Xbox, Hurts. I don't think he plays on Xbox anymore. Is this the second coming of Hertz? Let's see. And Nifty blinking around trying to find a survivor. It's going to be interesting to see how Nifty decides to play it. So Paradox played the full map throughout. Ooh, nice. Quick blink and a hit. Said stop hiding. Oh, Nancy's in the open. Nice move by the Nancy. Nurse will suffer that fatigue. This is not what I was expecting from Nurse. Okay, so the survivors chose for option A, which means that they are all running 2 perks, and Nurse is running 2 perks. Typically in Showdown, when Nurse has 2 perks, we see her running the same 2 perks, Pop and Corrupt. In this instance, though, Nurse decided to run Corrupt and Sloppy Butcher. What that would mean to me, I think that tells me that she's going to try to slug her way to victory. She does need a 4K, so slugging is going to be would be a strong tool in accomplishing that end. Let's see. And so everyone knows the key to beating Nurse is to break line of sight. This is Azrael's resting place. The middle of this map provides them as much resources they need to achieve that end of breaking line of sight. As much as I love Nurse, this can be a difficult map for her if you're trying to play the full map. So that's why I would expect the Nurse to find which side has the stronger gen structure. Either a strong 4 gen or 3.5 gen, and to defend that instead of trying to play for the full map, because she can lose a lot of time trying to chase in the middle of the map. And 2 gens are off the board, no hooks. Woo, Nancy is breaking moves. Nancy is trying to tell Nurse to pick up that game and experienced survivors, man. Look, PlayStation brought out some teams today. Let me tell you, a lot of these survivors are no strangers to competitive play, and their killers that they've been training with are experienced tournament killers. So this comes as no surprise. I mean, if you're a competitive survivor, you got to come in being prepared to play against Nurse. And Nancy is showing that she has been putting work in to achieve that end. That is the third gen. That is the third and fourth gen. 1 gen remains. Impulse. Nancy's trying to get a sneaker deal off this game. Nurse is saving those blinks. Okay, we see someone heal, so they were resetting somewhere. So she is on one side of the map, and none of these gens have any progress. This is far from over. It is Nurse. Okay, so you see what the Nurse is doing right here. She's playing a midway game. She knows no survivors were on that side of the map. So she played midway to deny them. Saw it. Now coming. Ooh. A lot of these are off by just a little bit. Credit to the survivors for knowing how to run a Nurse strong. If she could secure this struggle on token, I would go for that secure struggle. I would definitely make. She got it. Okay. That's going to be huge. And another injury on this survivor. She should be watching those gens soon. Remember, the survivors only needed one out. That should be a slug. Check the gens. Remember, the survivors only needed one out. Oh, boy. Ooh, that. She's got to turn around and look at that gen. I don't know what the banned perks are. I don't know if Unbreakable is one of them. Ooh, I think he had that hit. I think she had that hit. You see them? They're going to try to run to the other side of the map. He's got to go back to that gen. Nurse has to check that other gen. She has to check that gen and make sure it's not going to pop. I don't know where the fourth survivor is. I believe it's a Claudette. I haven't seen that survivor. I think that survivor's on that other gen. Oh, no. Oh, you hate to see it happen. I'm expecting to see that gen pop at any second. Tough, 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 tough. I'm expecting that gen to pop any second now. I did not see where the door placement is. Unless they're doing some type of full reset. Yeah, the Claudette is somewhere back here. I believe it's a Claudette. And Nurse decides to dry kick the gen. I understand any progression is important. I think the survivor went the other way. But you know what they say about what I say about dry kicking a gen. Dry kicking a gen is like dry humping. Feels good when you're doing it, but in the end, you're not really doing much. Okay, now she found the gaggle of survivors. They're going to want to try to run her to the other side of the map. She should not be taking the bait. Oh, it's not a Claudette. It was a Dwight. It was a Dwight. I thought it was a Claudette because we haven't seen the person. Okay, keeping in mind that Nancy is dead hook. Nancy also got moves. Okay, this could be a big change for the killer. Ooh, whoo. Nancy, can we break out the MVP trophies right now? Too quick for the MVP. No, he's got to take the kill and get back to them gens. So those two could be doubling that gen. Remember, 2 survivors on gen, roughly 42 seconds. They only need one out. He sees him. He sees him through the crack. He saw him through the crack. Oh man. And dollars to donuts bet you that she's heading to that other gym. Smart to the corner. The infinite Z-wall. And that adrenaline pop. Yeah. And all the doors are on one side. Yeah, but since he needs a 4K, he kind of needs to head to the other side. He kind of has to head to the other side and not chase Serena. Remember, all the survivors need is one escape and they take this round. And the door is open, and I expect them to take the escape any second now. And that is the one out. Well, to his credit, it turned to a 3K. It did turn to a 3K. Nifty, very good job, Nifty. Oh, man, tough game against a tough survivor core. Where's she at? I hear her. I don't see her. Oh, she's on the other side of the wall. The Nancy just proved to be a lot. The Nancy, I'm just going to say Nancy was MVP right here. She was just fantastic with those jukes. Who was that? Yep, Token Billy. Token Billy came out strong. Yo, that was, good round, good game by both Impulse and Wash Survivors. Paradox came out and got that 4K, set the tone early. Wash Survivors came out. Nifty did what he had to do, got a 3K, but it just fell a little short. Paradox, he set that bar really high. It was a close, very competitive game by both teams, strong performances. But Impulse moves on. Wash Survivors will be eliminated. Oh, man. What a series. Double-digit thousands.